Welcome back everyone, Mudford here. Today I'm out in the shop working on my 2001 Honda 400EX. I bought this quad a couple months ago to ride and race with my son Jeremiah. I've got some videos posted on my channel here of getting his Suzuki LT80 race ready. Make sure and check those out, I'd really appreciate it. I overheated this quad while I was riding with Jeremiah and I melted the piston on it. If all goes well, there should be some videos uploaded soon of rebuilding that engine. I redid the top end in it. I don't want anything like that to happen again, so I identified a few potential causes and came up with some upgrades to try to keep it from overheating. I'm not going to make this into a long video of showing you exactly how I did every little detail. I'm just going to go over the basics. Break it down into three major different areas that can cause the overheating. The first I want to address is the engine running lean. This can be a big problem. I've melted pistons before because of that. If you make a bunch of engine upgrades and don't tune your carburetor, it can be a major cause. So make sure you check out your plug and listen for popping on deceleration and things like that to let you know that you're running very lean. Make sure you adjust the jetting and the adjustment screws to get it back where it's running where it should be. I needed a little bit bigger main jet in mine, which adjusts your air-fuel ratio at wide open throttle. A little bit bigger made it better, and it seems to be running smoother. And I also needed to adjust the needle. There's a needle on a slide in here that adjusts, it comes out of the main as you're accelerating. There are 5 grooves and the clip is in the third one. I moved it down, which raised the needle up in the jet, and I thought that would help it, and it actually made it worse. So I ended up going one up, and it puts it down further, and it runs much better. So that made a big difference. The second thing I want to address is the exhaust pipe radiating too much heat out at the front of the engine. So you can see the pipes come right out here by the oil tank, and the oil cooler is right up. The oil cooler is right there, and you're putting out a ton of heat from your exhaust right there. This isn't helping your oil system keep cool when you have that much heat coming out. So what I did was I used an exhaust wrap, and that's going to help the heat from the engine stay in the pipe. It's not going to radiate as much, and it'll help get it out the back. And we'd much rather have the heat out there than have the heat coming out right here. So that will help bring your oil temperature down a little bit, and it's pretty easy to do. I'll put a link in the description, but I got this wrap from Amazon for $20. And I even have a little bit left over for another project or for repair if something happens. The third and biggest thing I want to address is the oil system. I added a second oil cooler. I mounted it right here. I welded some tabs on to the frame and another one up on the top. And this is a Flex-a-lite transmission cooler. So that's going to help cool it a lot more. And I also put some expanded metal just to guard from rocks and stuff. This oil cooler was $39 on Amazon. And in the picture and everything, it shows that it comes with a really nice aluminum guard, but it really doesn't come with the guard, unfortunately. So I had to make my own. I just got this expanded metal from Lowe's for $10 for a big sheet. I have a bunch of that left over too. While I was rebuilding the engine, I also pulled the side cover off and replaced the oil pump because I figured I'm making it go through an extra cooler and I'm making the oil pump work that much harder. The oil pump is 18 years old, so I figured might as well not take any chances and put a brand new one in. That was $77. I ordered that, a Honda replacement through Rocky Mountain ATV. And you can see this line comes out from the engine and it goes up. It used to go up to the cooler here, and I cut that line, put the hose in, sent it up to my new cooler, and then it comes out of my new cooler and then ties in here and goes into the stock cooler. The most expensive part I bought to upgrade the oiling system is this oil tank from CFM, and it holds an extra quart of oil, which will help with the cooling, and it also has these tubes in it. It gives you more surface area of aluminum for the cooling, and it lets a little bit of air flow through it. It's supposed to really bring the oil temperature down significantly. For $43, I added this oil dipstick thermometer from XR's Only. I think it's just a good way to keep an eye on your oil temp. When I'm riding with my boy, I'm stopping quite a bit, and now I can just take a quick glance down and see how hot my engine is getting. So if you're having problems with your 400EX running hot, if you make at least some of these mods, it should help a lot to keep your machine cool.